This is a great pick, right? Especially when you expect the Zeri to come out for EDG after how they performed in Game 1 and how much they've just loved going towards the pick all split long. So you could either go support here if you just want to end up getting your hands on the Lulu again, or I think the other option would be going towards your jungle now. You still have a lot of options when it comes to jungle, so looks like they're not going to do that. They're going to wait and see what OMG went around their comp out with before they index heavily into, again, wanting like Sejuani melee or wanting Wukong and opening up for more engage, or however it is they want to end up playing out their composition still. EDG can really still go in any direction.
Certainly can. Plenty of opportunities to change things up there. For OMG though, looking to go with this Aphelios once again. It looked fantastic during the early game for Abel. Maybe Banagragas this time around. Oh, I like this. Shanji straight away taking that Kennen away from Allah.
And this is a pick that I feel like pretty much everyone's already said was already strong before the buffs came out. It didn't feel like a champion that really needed any more power, but coming out with even more incredibly well in every game I've casted so far that it's played in the LPL. So setting up for even more potential 5v5 power there. And have a lot of threat, especially if Shanji can find these flanks or find access to the backline. Looks like for EDG, it will be the Wukong that we were talking about. So more CC, more lockdown, potentially more ways for Jiejie to link up with FoFo like they did in Game 1.
That Wukong, kind of the standard answer at this point to buy towards these bans. I'm really curious if OMG will ban towards that top lane as well and really try set Allah up for failure, essentially. Set up Shanji to win the game that way. But we'll have to see. With a Kennen in the top side, it does feel a little bit like maybe they play towards that top lane instead of playing towards Abel.
Could be the plan. I like that EDG still go with mid lane bans. I was wondering if they'd want to ban away more like cheeky things that Ppgod plays, because Ppgod's really leaned on things like the Renata the split. It's actually working quite well when you have like so much engage in this meta, even if the laning matchups can be a little bit more troublesome. But instead, just whittle down the mid lane champion pool even more. I mean, with things like Sylas really falling off, that we haven't really seen him picked all too much in a while, I even wonder what you go to here. As Creme, the Ahri being the other thing that really comes to mind. We've seen him have a few games of Tristana, but I don't know how likely that is with how the rest of your composition has rounded out so far.
Yeah, we'll have to see. One taken off the board already, as you say. Nautilus taken away from Ppgod, which again, Ppgod, that was his first game of Nautilus. The previous one, already earning a ban against it. But like you say, it's not really been what he's been leaning towards. I'm surprised at the lack of Ahri we've been seeing today. Not even been banned across the course of today, but especially in that support role, can be really valuable.
That's why, like we said, I feel like teams have such different priorities when it comes to drafts in terms of like what we've been seeing. Today has definitely been one of the more stock and standard of what you can expect. And now for OMG, I like the Camille takeaway, because you would expect them to want to go towards top here. If they, I was going to say, the Sylas doesn't make sense to me. If they want to go for a takeaway mid, OMG in my mind would definitely be angling for the Ahri. We've seen the combo up with the Vi so many times before. They banned it out in Game 1, so I do like that they end up taking it away here.
Yeah, so Ahri in the hands of FoFo. Lots of skirmishing ability between Jiejie and FoFo this time around. Ppgod looking to go with the Thresh to keep the Aphelios alive. It's a classic and it certainly works. Bit of setup for the rest of the team there as well. A lot of follow-up for Aki. If you do connect the Vi combo, looks like it will be Creme taking his Sylas.
So they're just going to want to go again with comfort, with stock and standard, even if it's something that we haven't really been seeing come out as much with the hard time that it can really have into a lot of lanes. And now for EDG, where they want to go with top, I mean, Camille was going to be my guess before OMG did take it away. If they wanted to, ooh, oh please. I don't even want to talk about other options. I would just love for this to come out. Allah's been someone who has been willing to pull out some less than standard things before. Hell, he's played the Mordekaiser this split. Like, this man, very comfortable on the AP champions. And we get it, Munch. We get the Vlad coming out for Allah. So matching kind of teamfight power with teamfight power in that pick. And now having the Zeri and Vlad that you have to worry about. On the opposite side, though, OMG, like we said, they have the Kennen. They have the Sylas who's going to be able to steal away things like the Wukong ulti. So it really feels like this time around we should be having way more explosive team fights than in Game 1.
Yeah, Allah taking that Vladimir up towards the top lane. AP carries on either side. Scaling AD carries, like you say, could be a lot of scrapping in that top side. A lot of scaling on both sides of the board, though, right? We have very powerful late game carries. OMG would be going into playoffs with if they were able to find a win here today. Exciting compositions on either side here. And OMG is the underdog coming up against EDG, now 1-0. EDG is the favorite with team fight composition.
Kind of surprised to see the Ignite coming out from Ala. Ghost has become something that is very standard, right? Being able to play out through those team fights, trying to run down the back line, stay on top of the enemy AD carry. But Ignite showing he needs to find lane presence, or if he gets shut down, if he gets killed, if OMG allocates some resources towards top, I mean, you're not going to have those TPs to be able to get back to lane. So you could just end up losing out a tremendous amount in the CS department.
Yeah, I have to wonder if this is something Ala has been cooking up for this game, right? Because, you know, the Ignite Ghost bringing out Vladimir in the first place. It's not exactly a champion we're seeing all over the world or anything. It's a rare pick. This feels like something very specifically designed to take on Shanji's Kennen.
I feel like, especially as he was saying earlier in his interview, right? He said, hey, Kennen's coming back in more, so I expect to see teams playing and practicing more of their own counter picks into the Kennen, and this one definitely feels like the answer. So even though I said initially I don't expect to see a lot of scrapping around this top lane, now with these summoner choices, you would. And hell, look at Jiejie's path. Starting on bot side, going to make his way towards the top half of the map.
Absolutely, perhaps could find a window, get damage onto Shanji. If Ala can make it so that this lane is a low HP lane, that would be the dream for him, because he's just going to get more and more sustained the longer this goes on.
Oh my god, that is even better. The last time this was played was by EDG, it was by Flandre back last summer.
It's not even a year ago.
Great
not
homage.
Even a year ago.
Great homage to the boy.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, this is an EDG pick on top of everything else. Leave takes a tower shot in this trade, but I think he's happy to with the damage done to Abel. A good hook from Ppgod. Somewhat returned.
Yeah, trade relatively even across the board. No potions left on either AD carry. Abel also opted into the call, so again, trying to get that stacked up, trying to get more gold going and hit those item spikes faster. And things like that hit on can really just be such a, I'd say like momentum boost, because even outside of team fights and like the ways you hit on it last game, it just gives you also more all-in potential in lane. Like you connect the hook, maybe you're a little bit behind. Gale Force, even Moonlight Vigil helps you dodge out on ganks. So I like what Abel's going for here is Creme. Ooh, mid lane.
Yeah, struggling just to clear those waves. We talked about Jiejie pathing up towards this top side. Shanji the target. Just hit level 4. And now using that lightning rush for harass. Surely that's the green light for Jiejie, but Shanji backs away. Spots him on the ward. And all of that time wasted for Jiejie. He will be able to get a Scuttlecraft. The Krugs and his chickens still up. Nearly called them chapters. Halfway between chickens and raptors. But like pages in a book, he's just going to flick through them.
We'll move on. And, you know, I love that we're at like the Paige and Ala story, where I think back to like end of 2019, beginning of 2020, where I was super hyped. He was called Natural back at the time. And I remember me and Asheen rating him super highly going into 2020 spring. And then it just didn't work. And me and you actually got to cast the game of the Natural Aatrox, where you could see he just mentally gave up on the game, got subbed out after that. We hadn't seen him for a while. And then since then, it has been up and down. And now seeing on EDG him be able to maintain the highs, be able to pull out things like the Vlad.
Yeah.
It's been quite a tremendous journey for him with his tenure as an LPL player so far.
Yeah, I feel like it's a while since I've seen this Camille. He's played at this split, but I obviously didn't see those games. And I remember Natural just absolutely bodying people on that Camille. I remember him having a 1v3 triple kill on that top side that was like a big play that kind of
it is so crazy.
Made him stand out in my mind.
It's so crazy to think about how that lineup split up, right? Like Gala to RNG, Mark now on top esports, Twyla pour one out for the boy. We got some sick Zillion and Cassiopeia plays before he went.
Yeah. Oh, the Zillion. And then they just put him on Karma mid-duty. What a tragic way to go. Yeah. What a tragic way for that career to end.
He was our Zillion player. No, I guess it wasn't getting banned against him consistently, as Aki not going to be able to find.
Yeah, that was the difference, is he wasn't winning with it. OMG going to try and make a play. Flash play comes out from Ppgod. Ahri in as well. And look at the CC chain. Leave is gone. And Meiko, their rookie taken out away from them.
A considered play, right? Half the Lantern available. Bring in the jungle fog of war. EDG thought they could match because Jiejie was waiting in the wings, but it wasn't enough. So now turning to the Dragon, with Creme being able to hover around, with 6 being online, you can see EDG know they're not yet.
Absolutely not. Oh, Munchables, great start here. Feeling reminiscent of what happened in game number 1. Right, fantastic early ganks. They get themselves some early dragons stacked up as well. And we'll see if they can the game look a little bit better. Ala going for this one. The Hema plate comes on in. Ghost is enough for him to catch up here. One more Q! And Al drinking Shanji's blood in the
He brings that lad and he runs him down. We were just highlighting him in the journey he's been on. Highlighting it here in this game. This guy, an absolute monster. Not even needing the TP. He's going to find edges. He's going to win out the 1v1 in that lane.
Able of Ppgod waiting in the brush. Okay, not going to commit to this one.
Oh, wait, bud.
Still there. The play is available. Aki's around. But Leaf just dives over the wall and he's followed. Aki can climb over walls too. Leaf still low on HP. Meiko forced the flash now. There's the flash from Aki. A Q would finish the job, and there it is. Creme to grab the kill. Now Meiko's in trouble. No flash. And the wild growth comes out from Creme to take out the Lulu. Double kill for the mid laner of OMG.
The hubris of our rookie AD carry getting punished. I mean, he had a lot of escape tools. It seemed like he thought he'd be able to do so. He was incredibly close.
Yeah.
They deferred so much, but OMG get those 2 kills. We're going to see you in the top lane. Ignite comes out. Ghost is popped. And even though he gets stunned, I mean, the slow comes out from the E, ulti gets dropped, E able to follow up, and then Q even stacking the whole time to get off the big damage. But here, yeah, again, Leave getting punished. It seemed like thinking, hey, I still have flash, I have plants, I have the ability to dash over walls, I'll be fine no matter what happens. But so many tools to be able to follow up. Creme making his way over to me, being the real difference maker here, and able, even committing his flash as well, just to guarantee that the kills go through.
Yeah, really fantastic stuff to see coming out from OMG, punishing Leave, as you say. And now once again, Creme with a very early lead, this time on the Sylas. This time against a champion that's there solely to stop him functioning in a team fight. Perhaps this is the chance where he can take over the game. Won't fall off later on. FoFo with a great little charm there. Just stop the trade for Creme.
Not going to be able to find exactly what he wants, but speaking of just ults, right? Creme, especially I'm looking at Jiejie, can find that roof, can find that Cyclone, and then hopefully enable people like Shanji to be able to get in a fight, get off their damage even easier than someone like Ala will have access to, because that's really how you want to see this advantage leveraged, to make sure that they get enough of an advantage where they're able to close out this game, unlike in game 1.
Exciting start, though, to the second game in the series after OMG kind of crumbling towards the end of the second game. EDG just too good at team fighting. It feels unfair to call it OMG crumbling, honestly, with how good EDG were playing. But now, 2,000 gold lead for them at the start, and Ahri wants to extend it further. Spotted on the ward, though, I think. And we'll just have to go and clear that vision. Instead, Leaf should be able to move in and grab this CS, but that's at least one play taken for Able. Might be a second, to be honest.
Getting under their belts. EDG won't be able to react. Ooh, you're right. We'll be able to pick up in. Looks like maybe going to angle for a mid lane gank on the side of EDG, though. Cyclone up, Spirit Rush also available, so they would be able to punish Creme, who doesn't have flash of his own. Just realize that something's going on, so he's going to play pretty safe. And neither team is going to be able to find exactly what they're looking for. So right now, my eyes are on 2 things. One, Rift Herald being in Jiejie's pocket and where he's going to opt into dropping that one. I think it would have been nice if they could have tried and get Ala more of an advantage and really enable him, but it actually might just even end up being down towards that bot lane.
Yeah.
He's pathing up top right now, so could just naturally lead to him finally investing some more into Ala, and hell, he might even run into Aki on the way.
I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's Jiejie and Ahri skirmishing for the red buff here, but both over the inside track. Creme, Spider-Man over to the chickens, and will be able to finish off jungler. Cyclone available here. It does find enough once FoFo. But it looks like OMG happy with that one, and rightly so. They'll walk away, they'll get the chickens. They even get that red buffs as well. Oh, Leap. Looking in the bottom side, able the target. Heal available, but no flash. Leap can just walk underneath down. No, we can't. He backs away. And Abel survives barely with his life.
Abel sidestepping some of that damage, allowing him to escape. That was so close by Leave. And again, just the pressure that this guy is able to generate is absolutely insane. But Dragon, 10 seconds, Munch. We got to pay attention because I know you. You love action. You love bloodshed.
I do.
We're going to get some. Kind of violent.
Wow.
Chill out.
Yeah, it says the MMA fan.
True.
You're the violent.
Hey, if there's any team that is like, you know, a nice Muay Thai, MMA, get in the face and brawl sort of guy, it is OMG. And I'm here for it.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Dragon on the cards, 2K on the health bar. Jiejie versus Ahri. Smite fight is going to happen. What a hook coming out from Ppgod. Stops FoFo in his tracks. The Dragon taken. OMG not only getting an objective, but now looking for more as they all flash in. And Jiejie will fall. A bonus kill for Creme off the back of it. 4-0.
OMG, they find him into the pit, and they're able to get the Drake. Sad for EDG. Jiejie really getting outplayed by Ahri in this game so far. And EDG as a whole getting outplayed in some of these team fights. 4-0-0 on the Sylas for Creme. Rod of Age is already stacked in Ahri, wanting to enable him even more. Has the ult available.
Oh, FoFo, you are doomed. Look at that. Just eradicated. 3 plays taken in the mid lane. They might turn it into a 4th, and there's 1 taken in the bottom side as well. Okay,
they need to drop Herald, like, now. It is about the timeout. You can already see Jiejie making his way up towards that top side, so I guess it's going to go over to Ala. But hopefully they're able to find something off this, because we're going to go into the replay here. They have so many tools available to look for this fight. And at first, hook stop FoFo from getting anything. Moonlight Vigil thrown on the back lines. It's very hard for them to walk forward. And then the smite able to come out for Ahri. But here it is, play on top.
Shanji with the ultimate, but Ala just charged on under. I nearly called him Flandrace. He gets another solo kill. Or in fact, it's Shanji with the solo kill this time. And the Herald just in time dropped down.
Shanji with the stun at the right time to make sure he at least gets one. But at least EDG find value from the Rift Herald, because I was scared that they might not even get that one placed down at all.
Yeah.
But 4,000 gold lead for OMG, 2 Drakes up. The fact that the side that you're not even playing around, the enemy are investing resources into, are still end up 1-for-1.
Yeah.
It's just, everything's just going wrong for EDG here, as we're going to go straight into the replay. Again, we know exactly why they want to look for this play. Knockup comes out, but really nice slicing Maelstrom. And then it's here, 2 marks down, able to get it under a turret. It's sad for Ala.
And it's kind of funny because Ala gets stunned there because he dodged the stun from the ultimate.
Yeah.
He used his pull, but still had 2 stacks on, so gets stunned under the tower. Nightmare. Look how many plates this team is taking. They already got to the mid lane, and they managed to fit with a demolished Creme as well. First tower taken at 14 minutes. I think they were a second shy of the plate. Robbed 200 gold there. Ala pulling very early. That costs a lot of HP, and immediately will just get chain CC'd. The rocket belt there to finish the job from Shanji.
I think a lot of happy people out there, Munch, because I know OMG, they're like the LPL connoisseurs team.
Yeah,
if you're someone who watches
definitely.
LPL and you have a favorite team, I know OMG is on that list. They, again, a great early game in game 1. We're able to take it to EDG. This game, they not only have a great early game, but they are branding it so well. They're on the map. Like, I was just about to ask for player gold. We get it. Literally all ahead. Leave. Actually pretty close to Abel, only 200 behind. But Creme, so far ahead. Creme's almost 3K gold up on FoFo. It just, you look at top side as well. Turrets down. 25 you see there. 40 CS lead in jungle.
Yeah.
Am I going to curse it? Do I say, how do you lose this one? Does that ruin it?
Say it. Say it,
How do you lose this one?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you can lose this one. I don't think anyone could lose this game.
It's doomed. It's doomed.
6,000, almost 7,000 gold lead. My goodness, in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What an early game from OMG. Regardless of who wins this series, you gotta say OMG's early game is fantastic. It feels like no matter what's going on. That damage out from Shanji.
Again, remember the that magic pen from the
He's only got one eye. I didn't expect that. I guess he's 3 levels up. It's an carry, but
only the source boosts online. But still, I mean, he's had things like the Oblivion Orb quite early as well, since he's winning against Vlad and now the Rocket Bell. I'm curious how much gold he's sitting on and like what he'll be able to get in his next pack. But EDG now trying to play around this top side. It was something we speculated early on in the game, considering that Ala did tonight. And now maybe going to finally start giving to him. No flash there, but Ppgod here.
Yeah, Shanji has the ultimate available. It's scary, and the Vladimir gone. Ala just removed from the equation. In the meantime, is taken out as Abel flies over the wall alongside Aki. It's all going from bad to worse for EDG. 3 people dead across the map. Feels like everywhere you look, they're falling apart.
And you know when the Observer's having to pan to different fights on the map, it will be OMG favored. Herald dropping, that's tier 2 down. Dragons up, it would put OMG on soul point. It's an Infernal Drake, so they're going to be enjoying those stats. And Munch, it's 17 minutes into the game. It's about it's a 9K gold lead. This can't even be cursed. It is literally just a matter of when for EDG.
This is to the point where if OMG were able to find themselves a solid 5v5 in the next minute or so, they could fight the fastest game of the split. I think we're on like 19 minutes, 6 seconds or something along those lines for the ref flip. I don't think EDG will fight them for them to get that, but
I'll let you talk and we can just find out.
But I think that they've got the lead, and I think they've got the position to make it possible, where if they could get a solid fight where no one was left to defend, they could just barrel through that mid lane.
So they would need to win in about a minute. Shortest game of the split is 18 minutes, 40 seconds. JDG versus FBX. JDG, yeah, that's what JDG do, right?
No chill.
We're gonna see here, though. I mean, the damage is just absurd coming out from the Slicing Maelstrom. I don't even believe his Q ended up hitting. I think killed him, like, as projectile was going out before it came through.
I think it was the Rocket Belt that killed him. In the meantime, Creme caught on the top side, turns golden. Will get the Kingslayer to survive a little bit longer, but survive a lot longer. Lead does take down in the end.
Look at the bot lane, though.
5-man play for that.
Yeah, Kennen able to push the bot lane turret. OMG getting control of mid in the meantime. Sure, EDG find a kill. Like, when you're this far behind, it is always a we take those situations. Much no matter what happens. We take those for EDG, even steal away some jungle camps at least, but we'll lose out on the turret on the opposite side as well. And I mean, as EDG, right, it's about getting some defensive vision line set up. It's making plays like you just saw. You really need to overload the map on one side and accept that you're going to lose more. Because anywhere you match, you just lose as EDG at this point in time, unless OMG make a mistake. So at least if you overload, play somewhere else, you're finding some gold, you're finding some kills, you're not just bleeding out everywhere.
Well, they'll certainly be bleeding out in the top lane regardless. It's the nature of playing Vladimir. EDG. Scream the target once again. Aki getting a bit of CC down. The Wild Growth is there. Jiejie is the one to fall. And that's a gold difference if ever you've seen it. Annihilated. And now they're trying to chase up Meiko and FoFo as well. Shanji has his ultimate available. And he's denied the exit for FoFo. He doesn't even need his ultimate. Just 2 shots to him anyway. There's another kill for Creme on the top side. This is just monstrous from OMG.
Aki having a great game. Ppgod, something we talked about extensively in Game 1, the new member come for OMG. Really being a standout, making all the difference in the experience that he's been able to work. Hell, he was even hyped up back in the LPL when he was under plus organization for what he's able to do. So it's great to see Ppgod able to keep that up. He's a part of the greatest League of Legends roster of all time, which is 2020 Summer V5. They got absolutely swindled out of Worlds, which is tragic. But you know what? We're going to see here. Engage comes through. Aki, what?
How the hell?
Yeah, I don't even know what keeps him alive there. We see the damage able to fall up on Jiejie once the other members are able to follow through, and then locking down Lean, who is trying to follow forward and be able to make sure that the fight goes in their favor, just not able to do so.
Is that like a Mikhail's blessing from Ppgod? I'm trying to figure out where that heal came from, because it wasn't Abel. Abel wasn't in range.
Does also have the stacked eye heal and him strong item. I'm so bad with names. When I do play-by-play and I didn't remember like ability names, I just gave up. I tragically gave up. When I was team side, you think teams remember names of things? Some. Item names, yeah. Ability names, no shot.
No. You had your own team names for them. I think classic Cloud9 with Meteos and Sneaky had some of the best names for abilities. Not necessarily ones that are appropriate for broadcast, but hilarious nonetheless. Those were the times. You know, Chipotle didn't exist in the UK back then, and I was so sure that Chipotle was like the greatest food ever based off of Cloud9's content. And then I went to America. Chipotle's all right.
Solid.
It's pretty good. I ate a lot of Chipotle, but
solid.
it's not as good as they had me believe.
I agree. Solid food, not anything special, unlike OMG in this game, who have been immaculate.
You're safe. OMG is not special.
Oh wait, I meant
you just said Chipotle's not special, just like OMG.
Unlike OMG in this game. OMG even everything special.
I agree.
We're going to
see very special.
Aki already going so far forward. Charm?
Yeah, they're just going for this one. FoFo, the target is Creme, jumps on board as well. FoFo surviving, trying to turn it around onto Creme himself. The lightning clash comes out. Shanji here though. The slicing maelstrom available. They're going to just jump on straight in, and the health bars torn asunder. Leave the next to go down, but he still survived for the time being. A bit of lifesteal might turn this all around. Abel's still going though. We've not even looked at the Aphelios yet. Double kill for him. And a dragon take for OMG. Assault for OMG.
Infernal Soul gonna be online. These guys are Barons there if they want to take that. Transition it into some pushing power. Start breaking open the base. And then you'll have a very easy time being able to finish this one off.
Fantastic stuff from OMG and EDG. I mean, you can't criticize them for taking the fight. It's got to the point in the game where you really do just need to find some kind of miracle.
Gonna see here. I mean, they go in, they try to actually lock Aki down. They're not able to do so. Just pretty much set up for the engage to be able to come out. Creme getting forced out early on, and EDG trying to run them down. They do a pretty nice job, but once cooldowns come back up for Aki, they're able to find the re-engage. EDG kind of getting baited into this fight being their last hope, so I understand why they committed so heavily to being able to find it. But then you're funneled in, the slicing maelstrom comes out, and we can see Abel continues to run them down.
Yeah, great little cue there with the caliber at the end of it. And that puts us in a 14,000 if I can count properly for OMG. And you know, this game has felt quite long. Even though we're only 24 minutes in, this game has felt quite long just because OMG have been winning for so long in this one. And Medjai's now picked up for Creme as well. EDG, I mean, they still have scaling. They've still got a Vladimir. They've still got a Zeri, but I'm not even sure that's a win condition that you can rely on at this point.
No. Now, though, it's going to be about, again, when and how OMG decide to end this one. Funneling in. I mean, they feel fine forcing a fight anytime they want. They can really even just engage on anybody. You can see Creme with the Spirit Rush. Playing up front, playing close to personal, waiting for his opportunity to be able to jump on either FoFo, Leave, or Meiko if they even slightly overstep.
Yeah. And it feels so good for OMG to watch them taking this. They're actually going to go for all three inhibs here. They're going to go the distance. They're going to enjoy every second they can of dismantling EDG. This is not a team that anyone was expecting them to beat, and yet they've looked absolutely fantastic today. And it'll push us to 3 games.
Yeah, again, going to stay in contention for being able to lock playoffs today with a win. Jiejie feeling pressured.
Cyclone comes in. He's already half HP here. Creme just survives everything. Abel was down though, but is it enough? Oh, the hook on to leave. It's more of the same as in goes Shanji and slices them apart. That's a double kill as Ppgod tries for the flash hook. It's slightly wide of the mark, but it won't matter. The Super's starting to stream in towards the base now as the third inhib will fall. And OMG in 26 minutes will take down your first place team EDG. They'll push us to 3 games and they will show everyone that this is a team that are looking terrifying when it comes to playoffs.
Looking great. Both early games on point this time around, able to transition the lead 22-5. They just 22-5. EDG,
yeah.
First place team in the league. Made it look like child's play. Great. I mean, it's even harder to just highlight one member. It really was like a team effort. So many good ones from Ppgod. Creme played well. Aki's engages, like across the board. Also, Ashin did confirm it was OP Healy item that did keep Vi alive. Which
Radiant Virtue.
Yeah, there we go. You know, that was the sauce. But every team, even team fights like that, which were on a knife's edge, still able to make it out, still able to find the kills. And you asked for 3 games. 3 games have been delivered.
We got our 3 games, and excitingly so as well, because I feel like OMG deserve 3 games.
Yeah.
Whether I feel like they deserve 3 games or not, they have made sure that they're having 3 games for that second one. And I feel like now, 2 games in a row, OMG take themselves the lead. The first game, EDG wrestle it back. The second game, OMG don't even give them a look in this one. I am excited for game number 3. I'm at a point where I can believe OMG take the series. I can believe that this early game is good enough that maybe EDG falls. Imagine if this is the way that OMG secure themselves playoffs, is taking down EDG. It's just too exciting.
Yeah, they secure themselves playoffs, right? They would technically be the 4th place team. They'd be sitting at 9 because, right, you'd be waiting on teams like Weibo and BLG to play more series. But still, being able to lock in, make their way up, and the confidence, something that you touched on a little bit. We didn't talk about much, but just knowing, hey, we beat the 1st place team heading into LPL playoffs, and the kind of momentum and, again, just confidence that can give you in terms of, like, you know, knowing that it's possible to beat anyone, especially going into like a hard and long, grueling best-of-5 system. That is the LPL playoffs, because my God, that must be tiring.
Yeah, it must be exhausting. The fact that the best-of-5 start real early, and they keep on going. Like, if you're in the first couple of rounds of playoffs, winning LPL is a long
I mean, I remember when WE and LNG made those like runs that they played more games in the playoff bracket than LEC or LCS teams, I think, played
in the whole split.
Yeah, in the whole split.
It
was absolutely ridiculous.
Creme, absolute domination there. Impressive, though, honestly, that he beat Shanji's damage by the end of that game, because every single team fight Shanji was finding at least 3 people in the slice of Maelstrom and just one-shotting them. But Creme, such an active part of the early game, such a crucial part.
I think we got to talk Allah. Brought the excitement, tried to impress us, had the solo kill, like everything was going. I was ready, but I mean, not able to do anything off of it. But I don't really want to pinpoint that on Nala, just the team not able to get anything going. Like, they're falling behind. We didn't even see them able to really enable top side or anything there. But it makes me more excited to see what we get in Game 3.
Yep, Game 3 coming your way, boys and girls. Sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of tea. We're going to jump into a break, and then we'll